Who, in his childhood lulled by the summer sun, did not idle gaze at the tiny insects battling in the low grass, imagining himself a part of their microcosm? Smalland is fully capable of realizing this fantasy, and at the same time to tell you the existence amongst giant stems, leaves and mushrooms is not a peaceful trip, but a fragrant struggle for survival. I know what many of who saw the trailer for Smalland survived the walkthrough, and also honey I shrunk grounded, however not at all. Here we are not a modern kids, lost in the uncut lawn in the lawn near the house. We are real Loris folk here, tiny and inventive, and these people have their own way of life, their own tribes with soldiers, craftsmen and elders, and we being still green, crawl out for the first time from the holes where the people live, hiding from the horrors of the world outside. We crawl out with quite a different plot purpose, but to get from point A to point B within the first assignment. The task, as you quickly realize, is quite difficult. The world is huge in every sense, very hostile and yet charmingly beautiful. The Smalland universe pleasures the eye with its enriches of colors, evidence of details and sounds. You can only complain about few blurred backgrounds object on which, however, rapidly gain clarity as you get closer. Countless herbs, flowers, berries and mushrooms of various shapes and sizes cover the surface of the ground. Insects swarm in the branch of giant ferns and bushes, and lilies blooms in the singly fast-flowing rivers. To feed themselves, small people do not need to hunt bugs. They see plenty of nutritious plant foods around, but the local wildfire, which need to be averted with a predatory nature, is not averse to eating funny men with glowing horns, so it's recommended to go on expedition exclusively armed and dressed. Yes, the environment in Smalland is extremely aggressive. Not only that, having hesitated, the little man risks to become a prey for a pack of ants, to get for a dinner to a beetle mustache or a huge spider. The natural phenomena themselves become a serious test for the tiny people. So, for example, from time to time the weather in Smalland sharply deteriorates, which is accompanied by flashes of lightning and increasing wind. At this point, just like the stalkers in Pripyat, the little people need to find shelter and wait out the inclement weather. Caves, camps of tribesmen, or a house built by themselves are suitable. Nights in Smalland are especially dangerous. Nocturnal predators are stronger than their daytime counterparts, and their approach is hard to see even the false light of torches. Several times during the night, insects even besides my partner and my camp, where we presently took shelter at sunset. What is noteworthy, the combat system in Smalland allows you to dodge the attacks of the representatives of the animal world, distract while your partner goes behind your opponent's back, fight at a distance. By the way, not only numerous insects, but also representatives of other classes pose a danger to a Smalland. The beauty of the game is that some insects can be tamed, using them as miles or transportation. Who wouldn't dream of riding a jumping grasshopper or riding dragonfly over a flowering field? The construct system is not distinguished by any special innovation in relation to the survival games. True, the developers kindly allowed players to win down the comp, collecting all the resources spent on its construction. As for crafting, the men themselves can make only consumables and basic tools, and to create certain type of armor, you will have to find a special craftsman. The project also has enough minuses. Now Smalland monstrously lack animations, for example, for the same collection of resources. Despite the fact the authors of Smalland made a serious emphasis on the lore of the world and communication with NPC, most of dialogues are written rather primitively as it for trick. The daily cycle is obviously rushed, and looted items often disappear in the textures, and the man himself can easily get stuck. Now in the game is available multiplayer for 10 people, as well as PvP mode, the purpose of which is also not quite clear. In the meanwhile, Smalland just got into early access and is an active development. Now there are 6 really huge biomes available for exploration, in the dark corners of which dangerous bosses and sand bosses are waiting for people. In the near future, we will see new location, storylines, weapon and armor sets, and a little later the developers will add the game to change of seasons, new factions and support for official servers, where you can have fun with random teams. Smalland Survivor the Wilds made an extremely positive impression on our group of testers. Despite the perk being a bit raw, it is optimized, look great, and is quite rich in content. Traveling around the world of Smalland, especially in a group, is extremely exciting. Crafting is not difficult, fighting is interesting but sometimes scary. If you consider yourself a connoisseur of the survival genre, you would definitely pay attention to the match game project. Thank you for watching, highly recommend to try yourself.